Dreamfire finally appears. Helena's dragon explained. House of the Dragon, spoiler warning, before we begin, this video contains major spoilers for House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 7, and George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood. We'll be discussing Dreamfire's long-awaited appearance, her bond with Queen Helaena Targaryen, and why this dragon may be far more important than fans ever imagined. With that said, let's get started. For nearly 3 seasons, fans have been asking the same question: where is Dreamfire? We've seen Vhagar, Caraxes, Syrax, Sunfire, Seasmoke, Tessarion, even the wild dragon Sheepstealer. But Helena's dragon, one of the oldest dragons alive, has remained hidden. Until now. Season 3, Episode 7 finally gives fans what they've been waiting for. Dreamfire finally appears. And while a moment lasts only a short time, its meaning could be enormous for the future of House of the Dragon. Let's break it all down. When Dreamfire first appears, the scene immediately feels different from every other dragon introduction. There's no massive battle, no fiery attack, no dramatic entrance into combat. Instead, the focus is quiet, almost emotional. That's because Dreamfire reflects her rider, Queen Helaena Targaryen. Unlike Aemond, Daemon, or Rhaenyra, Helaena has never viewed her dragon as a weapon. Their relationship has always felt more peaceful than political, and Episode 7 captures that perfectly. So, who exactly is Dreamfire? Dreamfire isn't just another dragon. She's one of the oldest living dragons in Westeros. Long before the Dance of the Dragons, Dreamfire was ridden by Princess Helaena Targaryen, the daughter of King Aenys I. For decades, Dreamfire witnessed the rise of House Targaryen. She survived rulers, wars, and generations of dragon riders. By the time Helaena bonded with her, Dreamfire was already considered a legendary dragon. That makes her one of the most experienced dragons still alive during the Civil War. One fascinating detail many viewers may not know is that Dreamfire is believed to be the mother of several famous dragon eggs. While the show hasn't officially confirmed every detail, Fire and Blood strongly suggests that eggs laid by Dreamfire eventually found their way across the narrow sea. Many fans even believe these eggs later became the dragons hatched by Daenerys Targaryen centuries later. If that's true, Dreamfire isn't just important to the Dance of the Dragons, she's one of the most important dragons in all of Targaryen history. But if Dreamfire is so powerful, why hasn't Helaena used her in battle? The answer lies with Helaena herself. Unlike most members of her family, Helaena never wanted war. She isn't driven by ambition. She isn't trying to conquer kingdoms. Throughout the series, she has shown far more interest in her mysterious visions than in politics. She understands loss before anyone else. She senses tragedy before it happens. And perhaps because of that, she refuses to turn Dreamfire into another weapon of war. That decision makes Helaena unique. Almost every dragon rider in the dance eventually uses their dragon to fight. Helaena doesn't. Not because Dreamfire is weak. Far from it. Dreamfire is large, experienced, and more than capable of devastating entire armies. The only reason she stays away from the battlefield is because her rider chooses peace over destruction. Episode 7 also quietly reminds us of something many viewers forget. Dragons often reflect the personalities of their riders. Think about Caraxes, wild, aggressive, unpredictable, much like Daemon. Or Vhagar, ancient, powerful, fearsome, much like Aemond has become. Dreamfire feels completely different, calm, elegant, almost gentle. The dragon mirrors Helena's quiet nature in a way few other dragon rider pairs do. There's another emotional layer hidden in Dreamfire's appearance. By this point in the story, Helaena has suffered unimaginable loss. She's lost her son, she's trapped inside a kingdom consumed by war. She's surrounded by people making decisions she cannot stop. And despite riding one of the oldest dragons alive, she remains almost powerless to change what's happening. That contrast is heartbreaking. One of the realm's strongest dragons paired with perhaps its most gentle rider. Dreamfire's appearance also reminds viewers just how many dragons the Greens still possess. With Sunfire surviving, Tessarion preparing for war, Vhagar dominating the skies, and Dreamfire finally stepping into the spotlight, Team Green remains an incredibly dangerous force. Even if not every dragon enters battle immediately, their existence alone changes the balance of power. Every surviving dragon forces Team Black to think twice before making its next move. Book readers know that Dreamfire's story carries enormous significance beyond Season 3. Without revealing every major spoiler, the dragon becomes connected to one of the most tragic events in Targaryen history. An event that forever changes King's Landing, House Targaryen, and the future of dragons themselves. That's one reason longtime readers were so excited to finally see Dreamfire properly introduced. Her story is only beginning. Perhaps the biggest reason fans have waited so long for Dreamfire is because she represents a different side of dragons. Most dragons in House of the Dragon are remembered for battles, victories, or destruction. Dreamfire represents memory, legacy, and everything House Targaryen is slowly losing. She has lived long enough to witness the family at the height of its power. Now, she watches that same family destroy itself from within. In many ways, Dreamfire isn't simply observing the dance of the dragons, she's mourning it. Final thoughts. So, why is Dreamfire's appearance so important? Because she isn't just another dragon joining the story. She's one of the oldest living symbols of House Targaryen itself. A dragon that has survived generations of kings, queens, and wars. Yet despite possessing incredible power, she remains closely tied to the one dragon rider who never truly wanted this conflict. Helaena and Dreamfire remind us that dragons were never meant to exist only as weapons. They were companions, protectors, living pieces of Targaryen history. And perhaps that's why Dreamfire's first true appearance feels so emotional. She arrives not to celebrate victory, but to quietly remind us of everything this war is about to destroy. As the Dance of the Dragons races toward its devastating conclusion, Dreamfire's role may become far more important than anyone expected. So, what do you think? Will Dreamfire finally enter the war? Or will Helaena continue trying to keep her beloved dragon away from the bloodshed? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more House of the Dragon explained videos, hidden details, dragon lore, and fire and blood deep dives.